All right, now I want Gabriel to explain a little bit about how he managed to get through the winter. Uh, and the other thing I'm going to ask him to do is to lead up to the point where he actually met me. So take it away, Gabriel.
So the winter is I could go all day about survival skills. I mean, I'm obsessed with them. It's just very interesting to me. I would love to even one day like go on survival missions, like be like for a whole year I'm just gonna live in the wild with just the clothes on my back. I would like to go on I would like to exercise my survival skills as much as possible. I used to want to join the military when I was younger, but like nowadays I don't really, it doesn't suit it doesn't my politics and the way I view the world. It doesn't really suit it, but that's a whole topic of itself. And pretty much, I mean, survival is very important. People think that they know who they are, but they haven't tested themselves. I feel like a lot of people walk around untested. That's how you get people from the city, where they just think they know who they are, but they don't really know how. You got. I mean, it's not until you are struggling to make a fire for 2 hours that you start to realize how much patience you have, or how much mental toughness you have to even shower in a cold river that's like almost like burning you from how cold it is. Or even the wind, just the cold in general just sucks. But that's the
Didn't
fun.
you say that you were showering in the river and it was snowing?
It was, yeah. Sometimes I be showering at the Dunham Creek, and it'd be freezing. It'd be freezing. I mean, it'd be snowing, and they'd be snow all over it. And sometimes I would have to make a fire just so I can. As soon as I jump out the water, I just go straight to the fire just so I can avoid hypothermia or anything of that nature. I have a pretty strong immune system just from being outdoors and just being forced to survive. And I will always love nature as much as possible. It's the best thing for you. It's the best therapy. I mean, you can't tell me that if you take all the drug addicts and all the messed up homeless people in this world, you can't tell me that if you just put them back in nature for like a year, that they wouldn't build up the mental toughness and resilience to go on about their life in a way that can be stronger for them, to
So you
survive.
think it would be good for them?
Yes, yes, because a lot of people, I mean, because if you're a farmer, then you kind of get you kind of, or if you work some manual labor job, or if you just live a life, really. I mean, it's easier for you to see where I'm going with this. But a lot of city people, like most people are in Florida, they it's a concrete jungle, and it's not really that's not really a positive way to view for the mind to be. I mean, for example, it's just simple things like as I'm coming up the hill from Frank's to view his farm from a distance. There's a good field that you could see, and it's just a nice view. Little things like that really matter for the mind, for
All,
it to.
all right, now, how did you end up meeting me?
I end up meeting you through my guys, through my best friend and slash boss called Joseph Eversol. He's a great guy. I could go all day about talking how much of a great guy this is. A lot of people they underrate him in everything. I mean, in his whole character. I feel like people probably don't probably see. I feel like he's very underestimated in a lot of areas. But the point is, this is an amazing guy, and we were just talking about blacksmith, because I talk about how obviously we all strive for peace, and you should strive for peace, in this world. But pretty much, I mean, I'm obsessed with military ways of living. I mean, and I'm really fascinated with like back in the day how people like they built medieval armor out of metal that they have to get from rocks and stuff like that, or katanas like swords that are made out of sand, or apparently that's the best that's an oversimplification of how it's actually made. But all the weaponry and all the forms of like chainmail and stuff like that. I wish I could make. I want to make something like that. I always, you're never gonna see me wearing shorts, just because I'm always the type of guy that wants as much as protection as possible, which is the reason why I prefer long sleeves. Just because
I'm with you there completely.
you have to. I mean, jeans. You have to wear jeans. I mean, you have to wear some strong shoe. I mean, that's the reason why I'm not a city guy. Just because people in the city, I saw a lot of guys with very pristine, gorgeous shoes that probably cost $300 or something like that, and they look good. They got colors. They flash. They do whatever they do, but apparently they might be good at basketball, but at the end of the day, function. I mean, they're not that functional. They're not that. They're useless basically, and society has a lot of social constructs that don't make sense. Like if your shoes are very like, it's okay to it's one thing to want to have nice shoes, but for people to spend an irrational amount of money on sneakers just for a specific status, so that they can borrow that status from so they can fuel their confidence that they lack.
Yeah.
I mean, the city is just a big mess, and that's the reason why I believe people need to go to just the wild, or just experience nature the way it was for 1,000 years. I mean, I'm not really a religious guy, but the Bible talks about it talks about how I mean, people like people think that people neglect the old ways of living, and I feel like it's almost like disrespectful to your ancestors. It's very disrespectful to your ancestors to not even know what they went through,
So how did you come to me? Who incidentally? Wait, I want to tell a little bit of my story. I paid $20 for my sneakers, and I usually have to buy one, maybe two pairs a year. So I'm with you on that too. All right. So how did you end up here?
I met you because Joseph, I was talking about, and we were talking about like probably like medieval armor or swords or type of swords or type of weaponry or devices that were used back in the day, old time stuff. And pretty much he told me about he told me about you, and he's like, how come I haven't introduced you to Frank? He's a blacksmith. And I told him like, and once I met you, I told him like, you should have introduced me to him. You should introduce me to him. How come it took you so long for you to introduce me to Frank, knowing that I'm basically hoping to be something like a Frank? I mean, I like have a bunch of material, and I have a very resourceful, very functional, very collective type of farm. I mean, he to this day. I mean, Frank, he has so many tools and so many things that every time I'm being shocked by how many things he has. I mean, he has a today I saw a vertical axe, and I'm like, where do you even find these tools? I mean, so he told me about you, and we came to visit you that day, and that day we pretty much just established like, hey, we'll talk about it, and there might be a job offer, or you could be my apprentice. I mean, you could be my master, and I could be your apprentice. And you really have been. I mean, I can't stop learning from meeting you. So yeah.